Yeah, that was your demonstration of why we don't run MGS1 on
We
PAL.
do run MGS1.
On
We just
PAL.
don't run. We just only run Integral because,
Just anything but PAL.
like, I recommend running this game in like stop motion. Like, go and draw the whole. You know how those people draw those books and you just like quickly flick through the pages and it makes like almost like a movie. That runs faster than this game. It's taken me nearly 2 hours to.
All right.
MG
That
plus
was a good break.
easy.
That was a good almost half an hour just
Monsoon.
getting through torture.
Dude, it was like 17 minutes just to get into Shadow Moses. Like, into the actual tank hangar. And I thought that was just fine as a 10-year-old. Actually, I would have been younger than that.
You didn't know any better.
To be fair, I was like the most careless gamer until I discovered playing games on PC. Then I started caring about frame rates.
Oh my god, guys. I have found a hack for portable ops. If you play
What's
MGS1 PAL beforehand, portable ops looks smooth
Everything
as fuck.
on here feels so fast. I know. This game feels like it was made it. I thought this game was 25 FPS. Turns out it's only 20.
Well, I'll be dead.
Like just...
I don't know how Konami like was testing this game and they saw the frame rate counter and 20 FPS. It's slower than a movie. We'll release this. That's okay.
No, like literally from that very very small sample size of MGS1 PAL, this looks
Dude,
like
I'm
ages better.
I'm just watching, and it feels like the game's smooth as butter.
The game maybe, but not my gameplay. What? Hey.
Oh, dude, I accidentally lay down like after going underneath that gate at least 50% of the time.
I can say this about PAL though. You can at least finish a run on like PS Classic, so
Wait, really?
Yeah, because the PS Classic is about as
it just
stable
crashes.
as,
Oh no.
yeah, it just and the worst thing is it's like if you get to Rex, which is where it will most likely crash, you're so close. You've just wasted, like, if you're doing an all bosses, that's like an hour and what, 20 minutes, give or take?
Well, that's also PAL version on top of things, so...
It's not. It is not. Everyone argue with me on that. It is the PAL version. I know it's the PAL version because people complained about it and everyone told me it's the American version. It is the PAL version on the PS Classic.
Yes, everything is the PAL version.
Except for... well, a couple of the games are not. But yeah, it is the PAL version on the PS Classic. And when I was in Plywood's stream saying that, somebody argued with me. So I just gave up and let them win. But it is the PAL version.
Yes.
Fun fact, we're dogging the PAL version. We are running the PAL version of Portable Ops.
Yes. Because it's faster. Well, yeah, because it's faster.
It's faster. Because of the door opening stuff you can do.
No, this series has plenty of games that are fast on PAL. It's just that MGS1 is not one of them. Like,
No.
at all.
I wonder, is there any difference in Twin Snakes?
It's not really been thoroughly tested. There have been people who have run it on PAL, but the frame rate could help maybe in some sort of fringe way.
I don't know. I run the US version because that's where your saves are from, and the saves don't work on the PAL version.
That's right. I run PAL.
So, US it is, just so I could use Plywood saves. Which are a godsend, by the way. If those saves didn't exist, I never would have learned that game.
What a headshot. Holy shit.
Nice. Well, it's good to know people are actually using the saves.
Yeah, I base my whole run off of it. Like, the only time I will not use a save is if I'm, like, constantly practicing Ninja, because screw that boss. Y'all make him look super easy, and in theory he's pretty easy, but he's also very easy to mess up.
Well, the thing is, this is like the easiest incarnation of him ever, so count your blessings.
In my opinion, all of the bosses are easier on Twin Snakes in terms.
Revolver off.
Except for Ocelot. Ocelot, nah, he's hard. On Twin Snakes, he's the most difficult boss.
Revolver oops.
He's such... Who in the world thought that leaving that boss that way was a good idea?
Huh?
Like,
Okay, good. Johnny went down in one this time. It's so weird. It's the like that was the second time tonight that's happened to me, where he didn't go knock out.
I've never had it happen where he didn't knock you out from a throw, but then again, the sample size for mine is significantly smaller. I also feel really stupid because, like, for a solid 5 months, I said I was never gonna run this game.
And now
Yeah.
look at you.
And now you're running this game.
Yeah, you know why I'm running this game and not any other game? Because Raichu hasn't bugged me to learn this one. He's like, every second day, when are you gonna learn European MGS, like European Extreme MGS2 or, you know, European Extreme MGS3? I'm like, Raichu, leave me alone. I'm not interested. I'm not good enough at Metal Gear Solid to undertake such a feat. But don't worry, Plywood, once I'm done with Portable Ops, the next game is Splinter Cell, so I'm gonna be like staff removed from MGSR and banned for good.
Man, I was so hoping you were gonna say Ghost Babel.
See,
You said
like,
don't
Ghost
worry,
Babel-
Plywood. I'm like, oh, here we go. He's gonna throw me the left hook.
So I love Ghost Babel. I think it's like one of my favorite casual like Metal Gear games to play. I don't think I have the patience to learn that game as a speedrun. I don't know why. It's partially because the bar you have set is incredibly high, and partially because I would rather run that game properly, not emulated, but oh well. I don't have much choice. I'm definitely not going to be able to get a copy of Ghost Babel and a GameCube and a Game Boy Player and the software that you use that's different from the original Game Boy Player software for anything less than what I definitely can't afford, which right now is $29.44. So emulator is like accepted on the board, right?
Yep.
As long as you use
Under some requirements.
Oh, that's fine. I have no issue with there being requirements for emulation. I actually think there's a thing. It's like I was looking at Splinter Cell Conviction to learn as a Splinter Cell run because I really loved that game back when I first had it on my Xbox 360, and the speedrun looks pretty fun as well. But I have an issue with the fact that one of the glitches you use literally has to do with DRM, and I think that's a stupid glitch to allow. Like, you're literally abusing Steam's DRM to do a glitch. I don't think that's a fair thing to allow, but... oh well.
Interesting.
I know speedrunning has some, you know, odd ways of doing certain things and glitches and whatnot. Like, I can understand locale, like, making a difference, and which I'm not against to, because localization is a necessary part of everything. But if you bought a Uplay version of Splinter Cell Conviction, you basically don't even bother running any percent.
Well, be your first mistake.
What's that? Buying something on Uplay?
Yeah.
Well, I bought a physical copy of the game for PC because I wanted a physical case to add to my collection of other physical cases. Which I have no choice but to play the Uplay version, and it's $25 on Steam, and I'm not going to pay $25 for a game I already own. I considered pirating the game, but it just crashes halfway through the game, so that'll teach me.
Did I grab the 9mm ammo? Was it even 9mm ammo?
You didn't.
Okay, thank you.
You got Johnny's 9mm ammo, I think.
I'm gonna pick this one up just because I can't remember.
It's like a second loss, like... at the end of the day, it's not a.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it nice and safe. Because I haven't even been to Cunningham yet on pace, but I'd much rather just not have to worry about it. In this case
Also-
specifically, because I didn't look, or I can't remember.
And also, and the reason I didn't learn MGS3 is because Raichu just wants me to all the time learn MGS3.
See, that's why
I
you
don't-
gotta ask other people. Yeah, and then I'll just be like, Iridescence, it's right in front of you. Just learn another portable Metal Gear game.
There's only 3 of them.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
there's-
I don't count Portable Ops Plus.
Well, then there's 6 of them.
yeah, he's just adding up to the list then. No, there's actually like 8, really.
Well, original releases being portable, not ports.
No. I'm still standing behind my
Since-
number.
Oh, I forgot about Peace Walker was in fact
Yeah,
an awful
okay,
thing.
here we go.
on the PSP.
Ready? Here we go. Acid 1, Acid 2,
Oh,
Metal
they're
Gear
not-
Mobile.
Yeah.
We got
Oh, come on. Come.
Metal Gear Mobile, Metal Gear Touch.
That's not even a game. That's a
It's-
joke.
Metal Gear Touch and Go.
Touch.
It's Metal Gear the interactive novel. Metal Gear
No.
Solid 4 the
Oh yeah,
interactive
there is
novel.
the digital novel. That's not a board.
That's not a game.
It's not a game. It's literally just. It's literally just a
book.
visual. It's just a visual novel. Horrible Ops, Ghost Babel, Peace Walker.
I forgot Peace Walker was in fact a PSP game.
Mm-hmm. I had
Another
the demo.
game that runs at a. Funnily enough, there's Peace Walker looks so much better and runs at a higher frame rate than Portable Ops. It's only 5 FPS more, but it is better.
Hey, look, man. I don't know. They went with a different art style for Peace Walker, which is probably
Well,
what
they
helped
they
it.
custom built the engine to work on the PSP as well. Like, this is literally just a stripped down version of the MGS3 engine.
The enemy is close by.
Anyhow, I think the learning Ghost Babel is like a daunting task thanks to you, Plywood.
But it's also an
But-
easier task thanks to him.
Yeah, it's like.
I agree. Like
if you're,
I agree.
If you're
I'm-
going for a world record, you're gonna be in for a lot of pain. But I mean,
I'm
I
not
don't know
going for
why
world
you'd
record.
want to do that.
I would probably learn. The game is what's the most common character? Is it normal?
Yeah.
Normal. The
I
most
would
common
probably
thing is
learn
ILs, really.
No, I don't like IL running. I'd much prefer to run a full game. I mean, I could learn it. Like, I don't think that would be a problem. Have to get used to D-pad movement, which I don't like using D-pads. But then again, I'd learn Celeste a little bit, which is all D-pad.
Nothing here.
D-pad.
I thought you were about to interrupt yourself to ask when I was going back to Celeste. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
I kicked my toe. I
Oh.
kicked my toe and I gasped and I muted my mic at the same time so nobody heard me yelling swear words.
As if swear words were a problem here at the stream.
There is a line that I do not like to cross, as it could possibly ruin the public image of both me and the speedrunning community I'm supposed to be staff for.
Hmm.
I keep that in mind at times, and
I see.
so therefore I muted myself.
Say no more. Say no more.
See, I'm staff at MGSR, but all I do is really just talk shit until something comes up that we have to do. Speaking of coming up things that we have to do, all of you are watching, we have a marathon coming up to help out Python Moving House. You should come and watch that, or submit a run whilst they're still open. I think they're open until the 21st, which is like Monday for me. So yeah. Hopefully, we're gonna have... I'm so happy Blue submitted his Nier Automata run. kind of want that to get in. I don't know who actually decides what runs get run. I've not been part of said process.
It's a communal effort, and I'm not sure if I should be on the committee for this one, considering.
I don't see why not. Like, I don't think your choices are going to damage the.
Are you gotta have some? How are you gonna have a conflict of interest
I don't know.
when this is in your interest?
I don't know.
In all fairness, like your portable ops run was probably going to get in regardless of whether or not it was your marathon or not, as it's not you're the only person that runs it at this point of time. I'm not fit enough to run it in any form. I can only do up till where you're up to now, which is 15 minutes of a hour-long run, give or take. Apache. Interesting. But yeah. Yeah, we have that coming up, so should you like to run, please, there is a link in the announcements tab of our Discord. Don't delay, submit today. You could run along the great Metal Gear Runner's such a strafe machine with his 5-hour estimate.
6 hours.
Of Metal
it's
Gear
5:59. What am I doing? I'm failing text skip. That's what I'm doing.
I also do like that somebody submitted a 5-minute run of Clock Tower.
Yeah, underwater smoking. You know,
I have a question.
Hmm?
Like, for a 5-minute run, like it's that whole Civ 6 at GDQ thing again.
if the run
The setup is gonna take longer than the speed run.
if the run is cool enough, then it's fine. The Civ 6 run just kind of.
Yeah, that sounds like crap. Soz to that Civ 6 runner. Hey, I don't have a problem with it. I personally couldn't care. People speedrun different games for different reasons. If he likes that game and likes that speedrun,
He
who
doesn't
am I
like
to say?
that game.
Doesn't?
No, it's a very bad game. But he decided to learn it and run it
Oh, so
as something different.
Don't worry, Plywood. I was about... If I had an extra week, I was going to submit a Pokemon run just for you.
Oh, well,
you should have submitted Deltarune. That would have really gotten everyone going.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll submit Deltarune for Switch. Because that's all I have it on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's free. I could get it on
server.
PC. I was seriously considering submitting Pokemon Pearl any percent.
And honestly, I probably would have called your bluff, and you'd be like, "Oh shit."
I can run that. I can run that run.
Okay.
You only have to do one gym, and then you skip to the end of the game by glitching it out.
Oh,
So
probably a more interesting run than some of the other Pokemon runs.
It's
Or
like
watch
an
a
hour and
Pearl
a...
run. So there you go.
It's also Manipulous, so it's far more interesting because I have no idea what's gonna happen. Alls I know is my XP routing. But as in terms of random encounters, it's exactly nothing but
okay.
random.
So it turns out I did get the trank ammo from Johnny because it was just in my inventory, and also I got 2 extra packs from my spies.
Oh well,
on
that's
top of the extra that I got from Johnny.
well. On the bright side, you're not gonna run out of trank ammo this run.
I fucking hope not, or else something's entirely wrong. That is...
But yeah, no, Plywood. I actually can do that run. It's not very difficult. So then you would have called the bluff, put it on the marathon, and then I would actually have to run it. And then who would have looked more silly, you or me? Me for actually running a Pokemon game, or you for thinking I couldn't run a Pokemon game?
I don't know. This hypothetical is going pretty deep at this point.
But no, I could improve it. Like there is some, I still have a lot of movement issues, and the fact that it's on emulator means I have to do it without any manipulation because it doesn't work. And also I just don't think emulator is a great way to run a Pokemon game. In saying that, like people run their Manipulus run of Pearl on the Wii U using Virtual Console injections. So
That's interesting.
yeah, that roll didn't.
Yeah, rolling
I
over
should
railings
get
in this
Gooby
game
to.
is
I should get Gooby to submit his speedrun of Mario Hoops 3v3.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the run of Mario Hoops 3v3, Plywood? It's
It involves basketball.
Indeed it does. It's 20 minutes of him scoring once and then just running around in circles for the game to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alternatively, I can get him to do the run of the Barney the Dinosaur game on, I think it was NES or SNES. I can't
It's
remember what it was released on.
Genesis, and no.
What's wrong with his Barbie the Dinosaur run?
I mean, if we wanted to just have an automatic run play, we could just play footage of any run.
Fun fact for those who don't know, you don't have to do anything to run that game. You put the controller down and walk away.
You just hope the RNG's good. That's it.
Saying that, like, Gooby just he does run serious games, mind you, but
Draco Dan has the record in Barney at 420. Flat.
that should never be beaten. If anyone beats that, just deny it from the boards, whoever the modification. Just decline on grounds of I believe you cheated.
It's Barney's hide and seek, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh!
yeah, it is.
What was that?
Ooh, people are still running Outlast.
Just my imagination.
8 minutes? Whoa! How broken is this game?
Very.
Pretty broken.
Huh? This is patrol.
No one has run it on Switch. I should do that for a free record. PC. Oh, there's like 153 runners, and last place is 18
my
minutes.
There's more trank ammo from my spies. Please stop. I'm drowning in trank ammo.
What a day. I'm kind of interested in like looking at this 8-minute run. If like there's literally 10 minutes between 153rd and 1st being an 8-minute 18 run for world record, and then 18 minutes and 7 seconds for last place. It's one of those games where it's literally measured in milliseconds between certain places. About Whistleblower. How long is Whistleblower? Whistleblower's 4 minutes.
Yeah, I would have assumed it would have been shorter.
Well, same here. Oh, they must get to skip the part where the dude threatens to cut off your
bits.
John Thomas. Yeah. I was really confused when I played that. Also, me and D-Limes were going to race Twin Snakes, but now Lyrian and Blue have submitted a run, so the quality is definitely going to be far better for their runs than ours.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard my roll.
I still think you should have submitted Steel Battalion, even as a donation bonus run, like $50 and Plywood will run Steel Battalion.
That still wouldn't be good.
Fif-
I have to
50
be ready
50
for it.
$50 is just the labor cost to getting the controllers set up. What compelled you to learn that as a speedrun, Plywood? Just like, yeah, I want to learn the most sophisticated control system outside of Arma 3.
Played the game. Like, I mean, just playing the game is the undertaking. Then, I mean, you're already deep into a 100-page manual. You've struggled very hard against boats and mechs. You're like, all right, let's do it.
I mean, I shall give you credit for learning such a thing, but it just seems like
There
so
are still
much effort.
people playing Steel Battalion multiplayer through X.
That's pretty cool. Also, fun fact, you know how you said looking down on the well, not how you said, you know how looking down on the PAL version makes him miss? Splinter Cell, if you on one certain mission, if you look down whilst running sideways, they will miss.
Nice. My health is not looking so great, so I'm probably still gonna wait for health here.
It's at like 50%, so.
Yeah, I'd like more than that for null. Even with taking the methods alone.
that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Whatever. I've already went and gotten the airport thing.
I'm
so-
kinda keen to see if Plywood does run Parasite Eve, because I've actually never seen him do it.
I
I've never
have.
seen the run. I know he's done it, but I seen like he's been streaming it, and I just haven't had the time to watch the full run, or I haven't been available.
I haven't.
It's like a year ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen a full run either from anyone I've watched, but it seems like a pretty nifty
I tried
run.
to play the game. I
You know,
got to the first fight against a rat, ran out of ammo, and died. I'm like, fuck this game, never playing this again.
you know what's funny actually is that Parasite Eve is the one Squeenix game that I actually ever got into.
The enemy's
Really?
I got to the end of Disc 1.
Hey, that ain't no Squeenix game, alright? It's a Squaresoft game.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Get your facts straight.
You're right. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Fun fact: the only Square Enix RPG game I ever finished was Nier Automata.
I finished the original Nier, 100%.
Oh, Nier Gestalt. What was that on? Was that on PS3?
PS3, Xbox 360.
Did they release a digital version of that game? I don't think they did.
No, there were different versions, Nier Gestalt and Nier Replica, or Replicant, which had. So it was a region thing. Ooh, RPG ammo. It was a region thing, but I think they gave the Xbox version the Japanese version or whatever.
Right.
And the protagonist changes depending on the region, or depending on the version.
Interesting. I mean, they did that with Persona 3 as well. Like, there's 3 releases of that game.
Well,
So there's like Persona 3, Persona 3 Fez, and then Persona 3 Portable for the PSP. The PSP version had less content than the Fez release because they couldn't fit it on the UMD disc. But instead they added a separate storyline for a female protagonist that you could play as.
you know what's funny actually is that in Nier's case it was
The enemy is close by.
because they didn't know how Western audiences would handle the protagonist.
This is HQ.
Think about
This is patrol. The enemy is attacking
going
from
from
an
Snake
unknown
to
position.
right in an MGS2.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra
Right.
caution.
It
It's that
bothered
kind
me
of
very
difference.
little, but I guess I wasn't.
What happened?
In saying this, like, that bothered me very little when I first played MGS2. Oh dear.
Yo, Blood Thunder.
You can probably just run away. Oh, Mad Raid. Cheers,
What's
Blood
that?
Thunder.
Thank you, dude. Well, how did BioShock treat you tonight?
Wait a minute. I know that name. Is Blood Thunder well, obviously he runs BioShock, but does he also run Wolfenstein? Because I think I was watching that run yesterday.
Blood Thunder runs
literally,
many,
yes.
many video games.
Well, it would have been a GDQ run for the Blood Thunder, because that's what I was watching.
Likely.
I think it was. Yeah, so I was watching that run. There you go. Oh, god damn it, Noel!
No,
I hate
this
it when he
is-
starts running at you.
This is my
Oh,
aim
boy.
being bad.
He really wants to give you a hug.
Went really badly. Sorry to hear that, dude. You'll get that sub 340, man. I know it.
Where did he go?
Around the wall.
Oh, there we go. I can see him shooting. Here he comes.
So, welcome everyone from Blood Thunder's stream. I am Pythonicus. I tend to run a lot of Metal Gear games. This is my most recent project. Right now I am grinding for a rank 1 run of this game, which is difficult in several different manners. But what rank 1 means is it's basically, if you know Metal Gear Solid, you know Big Boss rank or Foxhound rank. This is that.
Yeah. As you can see by the notepad document, each number is how many times he's lost a run to that point.
Yeah.
And, we're trying. I'm here for moral support. I just play video games every now and then.
Yeah, in the voice call with me are Iridescence, the lovely Australian voice you hear, and Plywood, who you may notice, or you may
The
remember.
lovely Midwestern voice you may have heard.
You may have heard it at a couple of GDQ events.
Yeah, I'm not offering moral support. I'm trying to browbeat Python into getting a Tsuchinoko run. You!
It's a whole good.
Do it!
It's like the whole good cop bad cop situation. You know?
Looks like you.
That's how I got
also
Sub Hour in MGS1. Jag threatened me. He's like, you need to do it. And then I got it that run, so there you go.
You did it. You did the thing.
Just need some threats.
That's how I learned a Metal Gear game. I'm just like, yeah, if that Jaguar King dude can play Metal Gear Solid 2 fast, there's no reason you can't.
So, yeah, a lot of the strats I'm using are specifically tailored to not get like alerts and kills and all sorts of things. And we're taking advantage of pretty much every mechanic this game has left in order to do so.
Indeed. Also, at some point in time, we have been speaking about things such as geography, deep fried foods. Sure, we spoke about something else.
Tonight has
Oh
been
yeah,
a
me not
roller
knowing
coaster
how
of
many
topics.
me not knowing how many portable Metal Gear games there are by quite a long shot.
So, I've had one run tonight get further than this, but this is a pretty deep run for what I would rather actually call as rank a perfect 0 run rather than a rank 1 run, because in this game that's a bit of a misnomer. Rank 1 in this game is actually locked behind recruiting soldiers, and that's slow, so we go for rank 2 instead.
Which is an animal which no one has ever heard of before.
But, so the way the ranking system in this game works is not only do you have to worry about kills, alerts, continues, and that sort of thing, but you also have to worry about recruiting allies. And in this game, recruiting allies is slow because you have to drag them across the damn map. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have time
100.
for that.
100.
Thanks,
recruits.
Thanks, Kajumbo.
Tsuchinoko
Actually,
isn't
Kojima
even
didn't even make this
isn't
game.
even an animal.
It's a mythical
It's
animal.
it's a mythical animal. It's like, you know, mythical animals, right? Everyone's heard of a griffin or a unicorn. We know they're not real. But has anybody heard of a not real animal called a Tsuchinoko?
The Japanese have.
Yeah. I'm assuming they would, this being a Japanese game and all.
Also, this game is a PSP title, so expect failures in aiming like that because the controls in this game are really Okay, these the controls in this game are really dodgy sometimes.
They're an acquired taste.
Very much so.
Sending reinforcements. Use
Remember,
extra
this
caution.
game is intended that you aim with the X, circle, triangle, and square buttons.
No.
No, it's not. Right, that's Peace Walker.
Yes.
Well, think about the little nub that was on a PSP.
Yes.
That's what it was designed to aim with. It's not even a stick. It's more like one of those Lenovo laptop little stalks where you can control the mouse in the middle of the keyboard. This is a Metal Gear, by the way. I'm going to shoot at its feet.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Between its feet.
I have obtained so much various ammunition from my spy unit, which I have been sending places to progress the story, that I can just sit there and spam at it, which is nice. I like that. I like having that ability. I don't get that often.
I think you're 2 shots away from phase 2. Or did you get an instant phase 2?
No, that's phase 2. Staring me in the face.
I'm behind. Just remember, I'm a little bit behind.
No, you're fine.
Now you're flopping over.
So phase 2, I want to aim for roughly the center of these wingtips, because Metal Gear Russia, as you're fighting, actually takes extra damage if you aim kind of close to the center of the missile launchers.
Oh, that was unfortunate. God. That was a pretty good Russia. I'll take that.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I'm not even running, but I'd take it.
Yeah, that was a 5-shot phase 2. You can finish that in 4, but you know, aiming is difficult.
It's also pretty precise. There's not a whole lot of give.
Okay, so speaking of the spy unit, now I have to make use of them again. I have to actually move them, and the menuing in this game is difficult, much like everything else in this game.
Oh, you have Pheasant this time.
Yeah, we got Pheasant.
The name for that, guys, particularly is RNG. The dude that it came up, you know, Jonathan has died. That wasn't RNG. His name is always going to be Jonathan. He dies every run, and it makes me sad every time.
So we're coming up on a fairly sizable skip in this next mission here. It's going to look really dangerous, and I promise you, it is actually that dangerous.
Not as dangerous as if you were running the US version, where auto grab is not a thing.
Oh yes, another great observation is that I am actually playing this on the European PAL version, because there's several little things here and there, like quality of life changes, and there's a nifty thing later on. And let me just line this up. This is looking terrible already. Oh, got it.
So, can I just make a statement? I don't think it should be that the Australians run the European PAL version by Nate. Wow. You like rubber banded back up there. I believe Europe plays the Australian version of the game, not Australia plays the European version of the games.
Right, you're right.
Shoutouts to Nintendo, who actually have Oceanic as a region.
But yeah, that jump is a lot scarier than it needs to be, but thanks to playing on PAL, it's not too bad. Also, I forgot to change these guys over to my technical unit, because that's the next place I need them after that last spy report.
Substation.
Wait. Keep the RPG on, leave that empty.
By the way, I'd just like to mention that... Actually, I'm not going to say anything, don't worry.
Alright.
There is... Okay, so... there is a new route for the power substation to the first trip that I'm about to do here. I have gotten here once already tonight, and I have failed because the new strat failed me, we'll say. So I'm not going to do that. I have just made that decision just now. In fact, I'm just gonna do the normal thing. I don't need anything. Let's just go.
Lack of preparation equals piss poor performance, you know.
Well, no, it's not lack of preparation. I've practiced the strat. It's just finicky that way. So, the strat involves dropping down next to a ladder and immediately mounting it and climbing up, because a guard to your side actually notices you land and starts to investigate. And if you're not up that ladder fast enough, you are gonna get seen, which is what happened to me earlier.
Fun mechanic of this game is the bonk roll. You run into them, literally bonk them, and then because the hitbox is so bad, you can roll from like 5 feet away from them and they'll still go flying. We've put this down to Snake's thighs have such kinetic energy that the air sends them flying. As there is no other logical explanation as to why this happens.
So we need a time bomb, and we have our guys in the technical unit to make a time bomb. And as I said, recruitment is slow in this game, so we've only got 2 people working on this thing. So we're kind of at the whims of RNG. So this usually takes one of these. We get 3 wait commands between missions, and in order to refresh them, you have to enter and exit a mission.
Fun fact, time bombs did exist before this game. So they didn't have to invent a time bomb, they just had to build one.
Yeah.
But clearly, Johnny and Python are not the greatest of engineers, but I think we have one now. Did you get it?
Yeah,
Yes,
I've got a time
Nope.
bomb. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to decide if I want anything extra here. No.
Wait, how do you do that douche that rides the Gaelic in this without the MG? Do you just do it with the Mark 22?
No, we still use the machine gun. It's just that we then switch to the Mark 22 once he's down low. Because we need to knock him down from his high hover.
Right. Yeah, hover bikes were a thing, apparently.
In the Metal Gear universe, they are. So, okay. So the route I would have taken in the previous mission is this right here. You just drop down here and climb this ladder. And I wanted to delay a little bit so that that guy was far enough away he didn't hear me land.
By the way, Plywood, there's a new game that you should learn. It's called Never Stop Sneakin', and it's literally an indie game ripoff of Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, I've seen Roy play a little bit of it.
It's well, it's like it's made by the same company that made the Dust and Elysian Tale game, which is a fantastic game.
It
but,
is. It's a good Metroidvania.
And it's also an incredibly broken speedrun, but yeah, let's just say that their game quality really did die with this.
Alright, so that female soldier I shot at the top of the roof, normally we don't do that. Normally she notices me, but it's nighttime. Guard vision is worse at nighttime. And in order to avoid waiting, I just shot her. Easy. Easy peasy. Trank pistols are the Lord's tools. Or something.
It's not like you don't have like 10 billion rounds this run.
Right?
Anyway, thanks to spies just dropping that crap on your doorstep. Tell you what would be cool if you could knock Null off the map.
I have knocked him below the platform here before. It's not as fun as you might think it is.
Well, it'd be cool if he took full damage.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
I hate this strat because you literally put yourself in a dead end. Luckily, he kind of stops. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this fight extraordinarily safely. Just because. Okay, so this next mission is likely where the run dies.
I remember.
It is also going to be.
Shh.
It is also the furthest I have ever been on one of these pace runs.
Positivity.
Positivity doesn't exist in the face of Silo Entrance 2. 3.
Listen. Smack, smack, smack. Get a hold of
I was
yourself.
gonna Florida man fails due to negative attitude.
What the fuck do I need? I don't even need anything. I just need to go. I need to wait for health. Because I don't trust anything anymore. I'm just gonna go for it. Here's where the nerves start kicking in, by the way. So, in this mission, I have to make a jump. Which, by the way, Metal Gear Solid, not a platforming series. But I've got to make a jump within a time frame. I can't be too early, I cannot be too late. Otherwise, I'm getting spotted either way.
Yeah, actually, this game doesn't have a jump function. Jumping is not an intended thing.
The enemy is close by.
Okay, I'm taking this incredibly safely. Because that guy, that's the guy who would have seen me.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use
And
extra
this
caution.
fucking jump, dude. This is... Okay.
What's that?
Okay. Whew.
That's a good recovery. Well done.
Good
That
spin
box
on
is
that.
We're not out of the woods.
yeah that box is not an actual strat. That's an on the fly thing.
We're not out of the woods, guys. Do I need anything else? I need cardboard box. I need... Here's the part where I struggle to remember things because I haven't been down this far this so long. No. I don't even technically need this chaff grenades. But I got them, so I'm taking them with me. So, in this mission, this is the second... this is the third to last mission of the game, and it is technically the most difficult in terms of just the amount of things you need to remember and do properly. So, I'm gonna focus up here. Incidentally, this is where PAL version becomes your best friend, because you can take this guy, you can drag him all the way over to this door. On NTSU and NTSCJ, this won't work. You have to go grab a key card.
It saves like 2 minutes or something, doesn't it?
It saves a significant amount of time. And this door up ahead is locked by a codec frequency. Thankfully, we know it. Otherwise, it's behind the guard I just walked past in the box.
145.7
75.
something?
575.
The enemy is close by.
The only digits you need to worry about are the last three.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol. The enemy is attacking from an unknown position.
Acknowledged.
Alright, grab this
Sending
guy, do the same
reinforcements.
thing.
Use extra caution.
Drop him off here. Equip chaffs. Toss chaff.
As you can probably tell,
Enemy is close by.
Yeesh. Oh.
I'm actually going to toss an extra chaff here because there's cameras ahead.
The enemy is close by.
Grab that key.
Cautions don't ruin your rank.
Correct.
So it does change guard patterns, but the run is kind of modeled around having cautions in certain places.
Guys, I've made it to Cunningham.
All right, here we go.
Just bring it home. It's 2 bosses that you've done hundreds of times.
But Cunningham is a little bit different.
Shh. Positivity.
I have 441 trank rounds.
Oh boy. Yes, Tyler. I was saying we're closing in. I have nothing to do with this, but Python's closing in on the first Tsuchinoko.
Okay. Cunningham is going to be a little bit more difficult because the M63 actually shoots his missiles out of the air. The Mark 22 does not. So I do need to dodge. And this is going to take a little bit longer than a normal any percent run would. Let's get down to business. For all the fucking marbles, let's go. So, you may wonder why I'm kneeling down. That is specifically to increase my accuracy while auto-aiming. As you can see, even now, I'm missing tons of shots.
Is there a risk of running out of trank ammo?
Yes, which is why we need so
Not-
much during the run. Well, we only
Not
need to
not
pick
this
up one.
run.
We only need to pick up one pack, technically. Oh, I unequipped instead of... But yeah, my spies gave me so much ammo. And I picked up one extra pack.
Shoutouts to Infinite Elevator Rise until this boss is done.
Oh no, 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 Snake, why? This is something you don't want to see, is Snake reloading this fucking machine gun. Nice. See if you see that air.
Also, I will just tell you something about the menuing in this game for items, aside from the obvious fact you can only hold 4, is that that menu likes to munch your inputs for breakfast.
Hit him, hit him, hit the boss. Cunningham down. Gene time. Alright, so Gene is incredibly RNG heavy. He can and will kill me if I let him. Goal is not to let him. How many medkits do I have? 12? Should be enough.
You have plenty.
Gonna wait for health here. In fact, hold on. I'm actually gonna make one slightly unoptimal thing. I'm moving my guys to the medical unit, which will slightly improve the amount of health I get from waiting. Okay.
Hey, look, at this point, it's still a good run.
At this point, it's all down to me not fucking up. And
You've
Gene
done
not being
Gene
in
plenty
trouble.
of times.
These are the Metal Gear.
Nothing different from a regular Gene, it's the exact same strats.
True. The sad part is, if I do this, I can't pop off. It's too late at night. Whoops. That's not what I wanted.
What's it going to be?
I tell you what, I can
Loyalty
pop
to your
off for you
country,
because it's only 5 PM
or
here.
loyalty to yourself, your country,
Can you-
or your old mentor.
Gene, stop.
By the way, Gene is telepathic and it really does make me feel a bit sick.
Oh, God. Okay. Hey, that was what I was hoping you wouldn't do, but it's okay. Oh, that worked.
Interesting, hiding behind the railing works.
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
Time to get down to business. Brace yourself. Who of you can say that tomorrow you won't be aiming your rifles at your neighbors. You're really giving me a run for my money. Like it.
Dude's really trying.
It's his job. He's the final boss of the game.
Oh my god, it ate a menu input and that could have killed me. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's do this the smart way. There we go. Jesus, Gene, please. Okay.
Well, he is really pulling out all the iframe attacks he can.
I have done it. I have
Well
done
done. GG, man.
Congrats.
Not quite sure what that squeak noise you made was, but I'm going to assume it's the
it. That was me.
quiet celebration.
That was me strangling a yelp of happiness.
Well, yeah, its credits don't have IGT timing, so yeah, it's a sub-hour. It is a sub-hour Tsuchinoko single segment. It is the first.
The first ever. I'm gonna walk away for a sec. I'll be back. Guys, I'm shaking.
I'm still here. Well, that happened.
That fucking happened. I'm waiting for the stat screen to break my heart.
How?
I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, this is. I'm not the one running. Your credits will not freeze.
No,
You will
no.
get to the stats screen and you'll be able to see your IGT on your save.
No, I mean, I'm waiting to see something that I somehow screwed up somewhere. Like, I didn't hear any alerts, and I know I didn't kill anybody. But
You didn't get an alert. I watched that whole run. There was no alerts. Alerts in this game are impossible to miss anyway. Because, like, the alert thing takes up like a third of your screen. Now watch Python stop running this game.
no, I can't. I have a marathon. I have 2 marathons in the next month.
Well, I'll be damned. So it was you who was feeding me information.
Well, I'll be damned indeed.
Yes, the DCI's death should pass as suicide.
I'll be back in just a
They'll claim
moment.
he did it because he felt
Just leave it
responsible
on
for
the
theft
stats
of
screen.
metal
For how
gear.
long until the stats screen?
We can look forward to a major
like a minute
shakeup
and a
on the
half.
7th floor at Langley shortly.
Alright, I'll be back.
It looks as if everything is going exactly the way you wanted it. When the DCI saw the trajectory data you supplied and found out he was the target of the nuclear strike, he brought the philosopher's documents right to me. Yes, we should have known Gene was serious about launching those nukes. Seems our insurance policy came in handy after all. He did quite well. And now I've got the legacy. Is that all part of your script too?
Remember how quickly Ocelot got finished with his phone call?
Him in the Fox unit like that. Only you could have pulled it off.
Yes, sir.
But
No,
you won't be using me anymore.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye. That was it.
That'll do.
It was very brief. Ocelot's like, hey man, want to talk on the phone for 30 minutes?
Tyler. You nutter. Thank you.
I'll help you with the project. But on one condition. I want him to join us. Yes, Big Boss. So that we can become the Patriots.
Ruined. There it is. World first.
Woo! Yeah.
And go figure, it's on the GG save file. Oh, man.
I don't know. One thing led to another, and then I was here for this historic Tsuchinoko run.
Oh, it could be better, but honestly, I don't even care at this point.
Finally, have seen the single segment.
Yeah. Let me count up these failures. And this isn't a full list of failures, by the way. This is like a day after I decided I was going to fully pursue this, which is like 4 or 5 attempts missing. So, we see 1 in prison, 2 in patrol base, 12 in supply depot, so that's 15, 16, 17, 19, 21, 22, 24, 27, 29, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 39 failed runs to get to this point. Which, honestly, that's not a lot of runs.
That's a sub 50. That's a good run.
39 attempts to make it to the 1. Plus or minus a few. Well, mostly just plus a few.
Oh man.
It's been a long day.
It has been a
It's a
long day.
5-hour stream.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
See,
I was thinking about cutting it about 3 hours in because I just wasn't getting anywhere.